Once you've installed the Living Younger Lifestyle Medicine System onto your computer, go to your desktop. You'll find two icons that you have installed, which are shortcuts to the Living Younger system. The first of those is to the patient records, which we will cover on another session. Right now, what we're going to do is go to the Living Younger directory, and when you click on that, it'll take you to the Living Younger home page that you see in front of you. The top right corner includes a close button, which you'll find throughout many of the documents to close a document. Top left includes the Living Younger logo, and when you're in one of the subdirectories of the Living Younger system, by clicking on the logo, it'll always take you back to this Home tab. All of these subdirectories are color-coded to help you know and recall where you are in the system. If you're in a patient assessment subdirectory, your colors will be this goldish brown. When I click the Living Younger logo, it'll take us home. All of the clinical management subdirectories are in green. The business subdirectories are all blue. The marketing subdirectories are red, and the administration subdirectories are gray. The Find Patients button will take you directly to patient records, which we will address in subsequent tutorials. The Patient Assessment button takes you to all of the tools in the Living Younger system that are used to evaluate, examine, test, analyze your patients. It's everything you use to work up or evaluate a patient. The Clinical Management button will take you to the tools that are used for managing your patients, taking care of them, treating them, educating them, and all of your clinical reference manuals will be in the clinical management section. The business button will take you to all of the business sections, including authorizations, contracts, consents, and various miscellaneous documents for starting a business, setting up employee and staff documents. The marketing button will take you to tools that are used for promoting and growing your business. Let's go to the Administration tab first. Each one of these subdirectories will be covered in subsequent tutorials, but for our purposes, I want to point out navigation and orientation capabilities. Every subdirectory, such as the Administration subdirectory, which you'll see noted across the top, will have navigation buttons across the top that allow you to move from one subdirectory to another. So for example, to go directly to patient assessment, you could hit the home button or the Living Younger logo, but you could just hit patient assessment and directly navigate to that subdirectory. You've received a hard copy of the software user manual. You also have a digital version that's included. Many of your documents, including patient charts, etc., will have a navigation panel on the left. You'll find a close button to close the document when you're finished with it. Many include print buttons, save buttons, zoom buttons to zoom in and out. And then you'll have tabs to navigate throughout the documents. It's a good idea to get into the habit of using the navigation tabs rather than trying to use the scroll button on the left. You'll get lost real easily. It's far superior to use the navigation tabs. Any navigation tab in the navigation panel that includes a little arrow or caret to the left of it means that by clicking it, it will open up subtabs to drill down further. And some of those subtabs will have further subtabs as well. Get used to navigating in this manner. When I close it, it'll take us back to the administration subdirectory. Familiarize yourself with the software user manual and also video tutorials. These are YouTube tutorials to orient you to using the Living Younger system. They vary in length from a few minutes to 15 or 20 minutes. Whenever you're in a subdirectory of a subdirectory, such as this, you'll see we're in the administration section and we've gone into the Living Younger video tutorial subdirectory. Anytime you want to return to just the home page of a subdirectory, you'll have a button on the right that says Return to Admin Home. As opposed to the Living Younger logo, that'll take you to the home page of the entire Living Younger system. This will just take us back to the home page of the administration subdirectory. Another thing to notice is that when you are in a subdirectory, the parent subdirectory tab has your navigation buttons, as I mentioned, to take you to other major subdirectories. But when you have gone further into a subdirectory, you'll see I clicked to take us to the medical history questionnaire section. Now these navigation buttons have changed, and they will navigate you through all of the patient assessment subdirectories rather than the other major subdirectories. Further, when you're in a subdirectory, you'll also have a help button up on the top right, this blue ball with an eye in it, which will give you information, instructions, or help. You'll find these throughout the system, including in patient records. So if you're not familiar or you can't recall what you're supposed to do, you click the button and it'll open up the software user manual to the section giving you instructions. And you'll notice you have your navigation tab for the whole software user manual on the left. With subsequent new tutorials, we'll be covering all the specifics in greater detail for each subdirectory and use of the system, including all of your patient records.